Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Re-readable podcast. I'm Sammy.
I'm KG.
And today we are talking about my very, 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 very favorite series.
I'm so excited.
The Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. This series I have been begging KG to talk about and read and talk about forever. And now we obviously know, because we've talked about it a little bit before, it's becoming an Amazon Prime TV show. So we're like, gotta prepare, even though it's really far in advance. It's fine. I'm rereading some of these for the first time, rereading them, and KG's reading them for the first time. So now we're going to discuss them.
I'm too excited. I feel like you've been talking about them for so long, and so now
so excited.
It's pretty fun that we've
finally
both read
here.
I know.
You finally are joining me on this journey. If you haven't read the Off-Campus series, that is what the entire episode will be about today.
Spoilers ahead.
So spoilers ahead. If you have read them, I hope that you love this. And if you don't agree with some of our takes, you can tell us what you think in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
But we are going to jump right in. And we're going to start off by ranking the 5 off-campus books. If you're watching, there are these girlies right up here on my bookshelf. Mm-hmm. But we're going to start by ranking those.
Okay. I can't wait. You want me to go first? Okay. I really enjoyed them, and I'm really excited. I was just telling my sister because she loves watching shows like this on Amazon, and so I was like, well, now you have to read them before they come out. So this is like the best time. But here was my rankings for the books. I know some of these are different, so I'm excited. We had different takes,
which is awesome.
So I'm pretty excited to hear from you. Okay, so you want me to like work my way up? Actually, start with my least favorite. Okay.
And go to
That'd
1.
be fun. Okay,
Smart.
So my number 5 least favorite book was The Score, which was the third one. It's about Dean and Allie. I enjoyed it, but we can get into thoughts later of why it was bottom for me. But that's bottom. Number 4, I ranked The Goal, which was the 4th book, Tucker and Sabrina. That was my number 4 rating. Number 3, I did The Legacy, which was the little novella that had a short story about each couple of where they were. I think it was like 3 years,
3 or 4 years,
something like that, after the goal ended. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so cute. My number 2 was The Deal, which was the first one, which is Garrett and Hannah. I know this is paining Sammy. I really loved it, but I have to give my top one to The Mistake. Logan and Gracie. I devoured that book. I read it in less than 24 hours. I loved it.
I understand.
So much. They were the cutest.
That's the only acceptable thing that can come above The Deal.
Yeah.
So I accept your top 2.
Absolutely. Garrett's best friend. So
it's fine.
It was so good. Okay, well, hit me with yours. I'm too excited.
Well, if you can imagine, we have completely different lists. So I was actually so surprised when you were telling me your list. I forgot what your other than the top 2, I forgot how you ordered them. So
oh my gosh, I don't think we had one the same.
Not a single one
gosh,
the same.
That's so funny.
I didn't notice it until just now.
This is good. This is good. Makes for good podcast.
Okay, number 5 on my list is The Goal.
Whoa, really? Okay.
I love John Tucker, but I hate Sabrina.
She's tough.
Sabrina, what's her name? James? That's her last name? Sabrina James?
So,
yeah. Because Jamie. Yeah. Yep. I don't like her. Don't like Sabrina. My number 4 is The Legacy. Not because it's not good, but because I like the other ones better. I loved The Legacy.
Good enough reason.
It's a great little novellas that were just super cutie. Like KG said, cute. They were so sweet, and it was like the additional epilogue that we needed from them, because it was just such a sweet little family.
Each book though ended pretty abruptly, and so big to start the next one. Right. So I feel like it was
needed. They all also, something about this series that I do love is they pick up right where the last one started
immediately,
and there's a lot of overlap in their stories. Like they don't just like one fell in love in one semester and the next fell in love in the next semester. Like there's a little bit of overlap that like you get to see like hints and stuff for, but like the timeline picks up pretty that aspect of which is great.
I kind of think The Deal and The Mistake started within like 24 hours of each other. Like it was like, so close. Yeah. And I really appreciated that.
I agree. So my number 3 is The Score.
Ooh. Okay.
We can talk about it more later, but I think Dean has a really awesome redemption. Not that he's like needs to be like redeemed like he was a terrible person into a great person, but I think going from like playboy into just like more maturing and like deciding what he wants to do with his life, and that I I love Dean. Allie is fine. I have
Yeah.
no qualms with
Yeah.
Allie. My number 2, and it's a hard decision because I do love them, but Garrett will always be number 1.
Yeah.
But Logan and Gracie are my number 2, so that is going to be the mistake. I love the mistake, though. I agree. When I was rereading it, I was like, man, I forgot how much I love this book. I was
so
devouring
good.
it. Like,
It's so
eating
good.
It was so good.
I think you could tell that these are the better 2 of the books. Of the series. Excuse me.
I think of the series, the mistake and the deal, obviously.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful girly up there. Are my very 2 favorite in the series. I think they're the best ones.
Oh yeah.
But number 1, of course, for me is my boy Garrett Graham.
Which I think is on brand. You talk about him a lot. He's one of your favorites.
He is the top
ever.
of my MMCs, very top of my list, and I've talked about him for years, since I read the first one. So The Deal is my number 1, Garrett Graham, and Wellesley Forever.
I was wondering
them.
if any of your ratings were gonna change when you did the reread, but your opinion of them kind of stayed the same.
I think that maybe 1 or 2 of my scores went up or down by 0.5.
Oh, okay, but that's not crazy.
Basically nothing. I was kind of like, all right, these are all exactly how I thought they were.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Yeah,
that's really great.
I'm glad that you. I'm so glad that you.
Oh my gosh, I had the best time. I started the first book too when I was with Sammy, so it was so fun though.
She was stuck on a book that she was unsure of, and I was like, read the deal, read the deal, read the deal. Because those of you listening right now, if you don't know, they are on Kindle Unlimited.
They are all of them.
All of them. The whole Elle Kennedy Briar universe
absolutely.
is on Elle Kennedy, which is on Elle Kennedy on Kindle Unlimited, which is why we're doing a big reread right now.
Yeah, so, I mean that's reason enough to read
you girlies
them.
If you're out there.
Yeah, you have to read the book before the show comes out, 100%. So yeah, I'm really proud of that.
All right, so now we've already started talking about my favorite male main character, but maybe we should go ahead and rank
go
them.
ahead and do it.
Well, we all know what my number 1 is going to be, but I'll work from 4 to 1 and go backwards. I think that's really smart.
I think that's fun.
I am going to say, and I'm so sorry because I love him, but number 4 is going to be John Tucker.
I know.
I love him. I love him. He is so sweet, but poor chasing women, I think. It's fine.
Yeah, he deserved better.
He deserved better.
Hot
and
take.
I wanted so much more for him. But I love the other 3 more. So it is what it is.
Yep.
Dean, when I wrote out his full name, which is Dean Sebastian Kendrick
Oh my God,
Hayward de
so
Laurentiis. Because I could not. Every time that they made fun of him from that, I was getting
so
kicked out of
funny.
it.
Yep.
Dean is my number 3. John Logan, Johnny.
I love him. I love him.
He's my number 2. But Garrett Graham, my one and only.
Number 1.
Number 1 in my heart forever.
I love it. I think they're going to be so good on screen too. I am too excited. I think Garrett and Logan are going to be fun.
I'm so excited. we'll get to this later.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
getting
seeing
ahead.
their stuff on social media and
I'm dying. I'm dying. Okay, I can go and we could talk about that in a minute. Okay, so I'll start at 4. So this is also nothing the same. Okay, number 4 for me was Dean. I loved Dean. Truly, I think he's funny. He's one of the more funny ones, and I thought he did have amazing character growth, but he was, how do I say this respectfully? He's a player. Yeah. 100% a player, and so much of the book was about that for me until the end. And I was like, buddy, I don't want to talk about all your escapades. I was doing so much skipping of the book that I was like, I wanted more of meat for him. So I felt, and I didn't get that till the end. Yeah. So he is my least favorite, but not that I don't like him, but just there. John Tucker is number 3 for me. I love him. I think he was made to be a dad. So precious and sweet. So even ranking him at number 3,
so supportive.
He's
the most supportive.
Oh my gosh, he really was. From the moment he was willing to step up from day 1 and be a good boyfriend and a good guy, and he's fabulous. So love him. Can say nothing else about him. Only good things. Number 2 for me, I struggled with this rating, but I feel like I had to go with my book rankings.
Okay.
So I did Garrett Graham as number 2 and then Logan as number 1. But truly, when I tell you, so close.
Yeah.
They're both amazing.
I agree.
I can't wait to see them in the show. I think it's going to be so amazing. I don't know. Logan, he just did something
I agree.
for me.
He was it for you.
He was it for me. So I felt like I had to do him justice and rank him there. But love Garrett. It's a close 1 and 2.
Understood.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me your female main characters while we're at it?
Okay. I'm
Rank 'em for
excited
me?
about this. Okay. Okay, I'll start from the bottom. Okay, so this one's definitely gonna be the same.
Yep.
Sabrina, Tucker's
The very bottom.
girl. She is my least favorite, and low key, I don't like her now. Even at the end of the book, it ended. Even in the legacy, she.
That's why I think I rated the legacy lower too, because of their novella. I just couldn't stand her.
She deserved the honeymoon.
I agree.
From hell, because she was such a brat and such a jerk.
Yes.
I just can't.
She's a brat. That's a great way to
Oh my
describe
gosh! And I totally
If you're a
understand.
Sabrina lover out
Yeah,
there,
tell
you
me
can
why.
tell me
Help us understand it, because
Couldn't
she's
be us.
a huge I don't want to say complainer, but kinda. She's dealt a really hard hand in life, and she does work very hard.
Yeah, and I
But
respect that.
I feel like
but it's always woe is me.
That's the thing. She victimizes herself.
Everything is
And
victimizing.
so she says, "Oh, I'm doing all of this to get me out," but she victimizes herself all the time and just she self-sabotages
every corner.
She's unwilling to take help.
Yes.
Totally unwilling to accept help, and so then she just sabotages every relationship in her life. And I just I can't with that. So anyway, I don't have to rant about her too much, but she is for sure
Same page.
For sure my least favorite of the gals.
Same page.
Okay, number 3, I have Allie. I like Allie. I think she's fine. I don't feel like in her book, though, I didn't feel the same amount of love or even hate, that I felt for Sabrina. I didn't feel passionately about her character, I think. So she was just kind of mid to me. And then she, at least when I was reading the main book, but when I read the legacy, I wanted to strangle this queen.
You know what?
She was
I agree.
so...
Some of the novellas really did the characters kind of dirty.
Yeah.
Like I was happy with how they expanded some of the stories, but some of them I was like, have you matured at all in 4 years? Like
that's what I put in my review.
Yeah.
I said I wanted more maturity from everyone, but I still thought it was cute and I was glad to see where they were, so that's why I ranked it higher. But yeah, her and the novella, crazy, and she was a brat to Dean. And like so hateful. I just think she's an actress, and I just think that she's super dramatic, which I mean, that's her job. But I felt like sometimes that just overflowed into other aspects of her life as well, and that got on my nerves. I understand being a girl, we can all be dramatic at points. But she took it to an extreme a few times, and that just made me feel a way about her. Okay, these I also struggle with, but I kept it the same.
I will say,
and I feel actually pretty strongly that my number 1 is my number 1, though. More than I did about the boys.
I'm with you.
Hannah Wells is number 2 for me. I really like her, and I thought that her whole, like, her major was really fun. She's into music. I love that. Grew up from when I could talk doing music. So I really love that part of her story. But Gracie, I literally love her.
Same.
And I just think she's perfect. Like, everything about her, she's so just, like, kind of innocent, maybe, but she's so confident in herself.
She's so strong.
She is one of the best female main characters I've ever read. And I feel like I can say nothing bad about her.
I
like,
literally couldn't think of anything either.
She's perfect.
I agree. I love Grace.
And I love her. And Hannah really, this solidified my rankings for sure in the novella.
Yep.
Dang, I rated the novella kind of high, and now I'm annoyed with all the girls in the novella. But Hannah really made me mad in the novella. And
you're taking all my talking points right now. I'm
sorry,
with you.
I'm
agreeing with you.
I'm yapping. Okay, so
I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Yeah, Grace is for sure my number 1. I literally am obsessed with her. I love everything about her. I want to go with her and spend a summer in Paris.
Same. Same.
Oh my gosh, she's perfect.
Would die to do that.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yep.
So like I said, I'm basically just piggybacking off of KG.
Yep, sorry, I went so
No, I wasn't saying you were talking long. I was like, that was everything I was going to say.
Points.
She's saying, because I agree with her 100%.
Well, then I think we're on the same page.
Except for I rated Sabrina at number 9. And here's
you
why.
have other females.
So I put in a bunch of other random female people just because, if you can't tell, that's how much I didn't enjoy reading Sabrina.
We really are her biggest haters.
So if she doesn't have a hater, then I'm dead, I guess, because I am here hating Sabrina. So sorry, Elle Kennedy,
I
about
cannot
that one.
wait to hear this list.
So I said number 9, Sabrina. Number 8, any other female main character, or female character, not main character.
Yeah,
any other female character.
True.
Number 7, Tucker's mom. Number 6, Jamie Tucker.
Yes,
which you meet in the novella and the end of the goal.
Yep.
Joanna Maxwell, number 5.
Okay, yeah.
I put Dakota, who's the little girl that Dean skates with.
Cute.
As number 4.
Love it.
And now back to our normal FMCs.
That it was hilarious.
Sorry,
yeah,
I had
really
to.
Just can't. That was good.
Number 3, I put Allie. She just never is going to beat Hannah and Grace. No. She never will.
That's kind of how I feel about Logan and Garrett.
Like, no one's going to beat the two of them.
It's kind of a big margin.
Yeah, it's like 1 and 2, and then like this big cavern, and then like 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Like, but
still
Allie,
love them all,
number 3. Yeah, I still love them. Except for Sabrina. Don't love her as much. Yeah. But yeah, Allie, I agree. Her novella kind of like solidified her at number 3. I just couldn't get past what she did in the novella. It just really ticked me off. But this might come as a surprise to some of you reading.
Okay, wait, I have not. I did not guess this.
I know.
So we did have the same females.
We did. That's why I was like, nope, I am with you. So I actually, if you would have asked me before the reread, I would have been like, obviously Hannah's number 1. But by a very slim margin, and it is because of the way she acted in the novella.
Yes.
I put her at number 2.
Oh my God.
Because Grace can do nothing wrong. She didn't
perfect.
do anything wrong.
Yes.
And I'll get to why I put, maybe I should do it right now. I'll tell you why I put Hannah at number 2. And there are spoilers if you haven't read the Off-Campus series. But I do not think, and I will say this with my whole chest, I do not think Garrett was in the wrong in the novella.
No,
Garrett should not have groveled.
No.
Garrett should not have gone and apologized because Garrett did nothing wrong.
No.
Hannah was in the wrong.
Full reason to be upset.
Yes.
It was so, yeah.
Hannah was like, okay, so spoiler ahead.
Yeah.
But in the novella, Hannah is pregnant and doesn't tell Garrett.
For like months. Like
2.5 months. It was 10
yeah.
weeks. 2.5 months. And then there's a little bit of a complication. And if you've read the books, you know that Phil Graham is the dirt underneath our shoes, and he's a terrible person. Yep. And him and Garrett have a terrible relationship, and because he's a terrible person, Phil Graham, and they're together doing something that Garrett does not want to be doing for an ESPN special. And Hannah knows that he's having a really bad day and is really miserable doing this. And in a voicemail, after she has had 10 weeks, has told her friends.
Yeah, and that's the thing that also made me mad, is that all the friends knew, and she was like, don't tell anybody. And they were all keeping secrets from their significant other in the novella. And I was like, well, this is just a recipe for disaster.
Right. The only one I could forgive, this is the sidebar, the only one I could forgive for keeping a secret was Garrett and Logan. And the reason for that was because they eloped and they weren't going to tell their parents until
Grace
and Logan.
That was fine to me because that was a legitimate reason.
Right. They were like waiting until she had graduated graduated.
Yes.
But everyone else's lies, I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, are you kidding me right now? But Hannah just like dumped it in a voicemail, freaked Garrett out. He gets home and she's like spotting and needs to go to the hospital, and then they're yelling at each other in the car, and he says something that's like not that kind, but also
I kind of think it was true.
They literally, she was being manipulative
Because
and
he compared her to his dad and was like, Hannah, this is so uncool. You're making me feel like my dad right now, withholding information from me to manipulate me. And she freaked out and was like, how dare you compare me to your dad? And I get that that's super harsh when she's crying and is upset and is worried about losing the baby, but 100% it was true.
Right.
He was 100% being honest.
He wasn't wrong in
No.
what he was saying. Maybe it was harsh and that was how she felt. It was unkind.
Not the best time, but
also
true.
wasn't the best time for her
No.
to drop that information.
No.
Which, it was an emergency, so I get it. She couldn't pick it. But she could have picked any other time in the last 10 months.
She just made excuses and was being dishonest.
So that is the reason she solidified herself in second, because Gracie didn't do anything wrong, but my girl Hannah, that was not it for me.
So annoying.
Really made me upset. So that kind of solidified her in my ranking. I know it's kind of surprising, but
I think that's a good reason.
thank you. I appreciate that.
We love Grace.
Yep, we love Grace.
Cannot
She's a queen.
wait to see who they cast as Grace.
Wait.
She better be drop dead gorgeous, like the prettiest blonde hair. Please don't mess up this casting, please. Because
Allie right now is still brunette, and I don't think I understand it, because she is meant to be blonde. And don't get me started on John Tucker. Don't even get me
we're
started.
upset about that. I feel like I haven't been able to really participate in this conversation with Sammy until like recently. But I am okay with all the castings as of now, except for him. I cannot get past. He's supposed to be a Texas boy,
Ginger,
with red hair, and their daughter is supposed to have red hair. So none of that is gonna be the same, and
don't get me wrong, this actor is probably great and great in other
nothing
things.
Against
nothing
him at all.
against him. Okay, so keyboard warriors out there, nothing against him. It's just 100% not the picture we have in our minds of John Tucker.
I'm pretty excited about everybody else, though.
Same.
Not gonna lie.
I can't wait. But while we're talking about characters, we're also going to talk about like our least like favorite characters, like slimy characters we didn't like that were just in the show, we're not at the show yet, in the books in general. We're sidetracking into the show.
That's okay.
At every turn. So even though I already talked about Sabrina James, I went ahead and put her on my list because she's self-sabotaging and she's selfish. And there's probably going to be a little bit of overlap with me and KG's characters here, but we've already talked about Phil Graham. Also terrible. Hate him. He's a narcissist and just a terrible person.
And he like physically abused Garrett and his mom, and then his girlfriend. His new girlfriend.
He's a terrible person.
Should be in prison, basically. Yep. He's
I'm so glad that Garrett finally spoke up and said something by the end.
That's what I want. Not to sidetrack, but I haven't read The Graham Effect yet, and so I feel like I'm gonna get that soon. Okay, never mind.
I say nothing.
Okay.
The defensive coach O'Shea.
Oh, hate him. He was so nasty.
He was so nasty. He was such a jerk. And there was just no resolution there.
No.
There was no resolution.
No.
And I just really wish, because I think Coach Jensen, like, he's kind of, like, hard. But, like, that's how I think an intense male coach of an intense male sport probably acts. So I'm, like, not offended by him at all. I'm like, yeah, that tracks. But this guy,
he was a jerk.
Was just a jerk. And I really wish that Coach Jensen knew that background. Like, I wish that Dean didn't just, like, suck it up and not say anything. Like, that was something that Dean could have reported.
100%.
He didn't. And I do think that Coach Jensen is in the wrong for leaving the room and saying, you two figure it out amongst yourselves, because I know you have history. He should have sat in there and mediated that.
100%.
But
yeah. He's just not a feelings kind of guy. Yeah. And I think,
Ray, which is Sabrina's stepdad, scum of the earth. Creepy. Disgusting. I don't need to elaborate because he's grody. And then Ramona.
Oh my gosh. I have her as number 2.
Ramona is the worst friend. How
awful.
dare you?
I can't. She's better. I would have gone and picked up anybody in Ramona's situation. No one should be placed in her bad situation. I won't say what happens. You guys need to read it. But I could never have been friends with her again.
No.
The trust is gone.
Gone. Out the window.
Yeah.
Sayonara. Never see you again. I hope that that's a plot in the TV show, though. I'd love to see how they play out Ramona's character, because that really done pissed me off.
Oh, I had strong feelings about her.
Yep. Lay it on me. What
she
else
was like
got?
number 2 for me.
Good.
Ramona. So
As she should
piggyback
be.
off of that. My number 1 was Phil Graham. I actually wanted to throw my book every single time he was on the page. He's so awful. I put Sabrina next. We've already talked about her a lot.
Yeah, if you
guys
can't
know,
tell, we are her
we do not like her.
hate club over here.
I had Coach Frank O'Shea next. So basically exactly what you already said. He was just so awful to Dean. Just like really nasty. And yeah, it wasn't a coaching. It was a personal thing. And it was just not good.
Agreed.
Ray, Sabrina's stepdad. I cannot. Actually, when I think about him, I just get like
slimy.
Gross. He's so disgusting. Okay, I put Alexander, the creepy doll.
KG.
From the novella.
Good one.
I couldn't deal with the creepy doll.
Good one.
I love the novella, and I liked how it was connected, them like passing back and
Funny.
forth the creepy doll. But I just don't do. I'm a wimp, and I just was like, can't.
Yep. It was so weird.
It was
funny,
so weird.
but
I don't think it was
random.
actually that funny. When Grace opened it first, I was like, what? Left turn.
And it coming
Maybe
from
I
Dean.
should. Okay, I loved the novella, but why am I hating on all
You're
of it?
literally hating on the novella. When you
Okay,
were like,
maybe,
number 3, I was
maybe,
like, okay,
maybe.
KG.
Actually, no. Maybe it's not number 3 for me. I think I need to move it. I need to move it.
Actually decided.
I think it
don't like
needs
it as
to be
much.
number 4, and we'll move the goal to number 3.
Okay.
I think is what I'm gonna do. But anyway, Alexander, and then my last one is Logan's dad. I know he had some redemption at the end, and he was gonna go to rehab, but he was just so bad the whole book that at the end, and we never really heard an update on him. So did he even change?
He was
okay,
in
good.
rehab. He
Good,
was.
good.
His parents, I think in the novella, they said that his parents still couldn't be. That's why they eloped.
Yes,
Their parents still couldn't be in the same room with each other.
You are right. You are right.
Yep. But
I just couldn't really move on.
no.
Yeah.
But along with that, who's not on either of our lists, is John Logan's brother.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
how dare you say, I want to take a quick vacation for a year or 2 with my girlfriend, which you could do all along, hire more help at the shop.
Yeah, their whole relationship was weird to me.
But also that your brother could potentially and very probably play in the NHL, and you're going to
Crazy.
tell him not to so that you can go travel for a year or 2.
yeah, that was we should have wrote him down. He was crazy.
Whatever his name is, put him on the list. He's
Yeah,
on
I
my least
can't
favorite
remember his
list
name.
now. Now that you mention,
You're right. Yeah,
Logan's
his whole
dad.
family besides his mom, not good.
yeah,
But yeah,
we don't really see much of him, but yeah, I agree.
I don't like him.
Nope. So those are our least favorite characters. If you haven't read those books yet, then maybe you have some. Maybe that's a kind of a spoiler, but if you have read them, maybe you have some to add to our list that
yeah.
we're missing. So let us know.
Let us know.
I think like moving on from characters, we'll talk about the actual books themselves a little bit. Want to start with favorite moments, least favorite. We'll talk about plot holes first. Are there any plot holes that you found or any questions that you had like left with?
I felt like she did a pretty good job. My only thing that really threw me is they are free like every weekend, and she would
Good
talk about
point.
how their games were at like 11 a.m. or they were done by 11 a.m. or something.
Point.
And I just feel like that's highly unlikely.
As a former college athlete,
Yeah.
I will say I didn't play hockey. I played
Right.
soccer, and we had night games, and we had plenty
Right.
of them.
And practice.
And yes, we had practice. Sometimes we didn't have practice the day after a game, so like
Right,
I'll give it to
right,
them.
right.
But like them not having any Saturday night games for it to be a hockey school.
And even at the end when they were in the final, what they call it,
the Frozen Four.
Frozen Four. You're gonna tell me that wasn't on a weekend? Like, they were just
they did have an
all the
awful
time.
lot of time to party. I am with you. I understand what you're saying.
That just confused me. I'm not saying it's not possible,
right?
But just the logical part in me was like, interesting.
Yes,
because also when I was in college, the athletes were missing class all the time. You know, like, it was just not. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, anyway, really quick, Alex, pause. We're checking. Okay, good. It's working. Okay, you can go back in. Okay, now. What about you? Did you have any?
Yeah, I think I just had mentioned one that now I'm forgetting what it was. What were we talking about? Maybe the O'Shea stuff. Maybe that.
Yeah.
It didn't get resolved.
No.
I think that really bothered me now that I'm thinking about it, that it was never resolved. But I think what I wrote down, the thing, I don't know if it's necessarily a plot, like a plot hole or anything, just like, something I didn't really completely understand is the guy's wardrobe, how it was described. How were they always in cargo pants? Like, cargo pants are just now today starting to become popular again, but they were always in cargo shorts or cargo pants. And it was cargo pants with a tight Under Armour black shirt.
You're right. That is a look.
And the longer I have thought about it, the more I've been like,
I can't
not a single thing about that outfit is attractive to me.
No.
So that's the only reason why I'm like, you know what, good for Dean. Even if he got kind of like picked on sometimes for his outfit being like the pretty boy or whatever, like
at least he wasn't wearing that.
Yeah. At least they were kind of normal. Because the longer I thought about it, the more I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that is crazy. That's so true. You know,
every single time they're in cargo pants and they're in like a tank top, which ew.
Sometimes the clothing descriptions of even what the girls were wearing, I was like, I can't picture that in my mind at all.
Yeah, maybe they'll take some liberties on the show with that, because I don't know how I really felt about that. Yeah.
Do you want to say next? I thought this was a funny one. Is what's Elle Kennedy's favorite word?
Oh my gosh,
that she used. Do yours.
So as we were texting, reading this, I was like, oh my gosh, she used, I don't know, serendipity. That's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
She used that word, especially in the novella. I swear, like 10 times.
I think you're right.
I kept reading and I was like, is this the only word she knows how to use? Does she get paid extra for using this? Like,
yes.
What's going on?
I didn't notice it until you said something about it.
What was your word?
Mine was ergo. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
I've never heard someone use ergo, ERGO. I've never heard someone even use that in a sentence. It was in every single book I looked.
That's funny.
I was like, what? Because she would say it something of like, was that true? And he'd be like, da 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 da, hint, ergo, instead of like hints. It'd be like, ergo, this is why. And I was like, I've never even heard someone use that.
So random. Like, what? Like,
yeah, but it was in every book. Each one of the characters said it.
Serendipity was too.
Yeah, probably.
Especially in the novella. I'm like, did you not meet your serendipity word count or something?
I think those were her 2 favorite words.
Agreed. If you guys found a word that she used a whole bunch that was not normal vernacular, tell us, because we found it pretty fascinating.
We did.
We started looking for them.
I thought that was funny. Yeah, I know. I didn't think about serendipity until after you said that.
Well, while we're still talking about these scenes and while we're like preparing to talk about our new TV show that we're gonna get soon, let's start with our like sad, heartbreaking scenes so that we can end on the more happier scenes.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can. Go for it.
I have 2 that came to mind immediately. But yours here is really good. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do mine and then you should close because that's really sweet. Okay, so spoilers already. We've had spoilers this whole episode,
time, but if you're still listening and haven't,
I know you're gonna know everything.
It's fine.
But
so you should still read them.
Oh yeah, please still read them. Bo dying was the most heartbreaking thing, and I totally didn't expect it. I thought he was so great.
Even rereading
such a good character. I saw that they just, not to talk about the show again, but I saw they just casted him for the show, and it just made me feel all the feels all over again, that we're gonna have to watch him die. And that was just so heartbreaking. I cried. I definitely cried, for real, tears. reading that. It was just really heartbreaking. The funeral scene was just like so sad when his sister sang. So just that whole section of
Joanna, that was
that
so,
book.
Let It Be.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't. I've got chills like right now thinking about it.
Start crying.
Okay, we don't have to
Tears
talk
gonna well up in
about
my
it
eyes.
anymore. But that was devastating and was so sad.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that scene, and then we talked a little bit about Phil, Garrett's dad, physically abusing him, and then his biological mom. Well, his biological mom passed away when he was growing up, right? Yeah. Passed away. Okay, yeah. And he has a new girlfriend in the deal, and Garrett had never met the new girlfriend. Well, Hannah ends up going with Garrett home to provide like moral support for Thanksgiving, and the whole thing is just really sad because they both separately, her and Garrett, figure out that he's physically and like emotionally abusing this girl, and she has like bruises all up her arms and she's like trying to hide it, and he was just awful to her. And that whole scene just made me so sad that she felt like she couldn't get out of the relationship, and it was just really heartbreaking.
And
so
it was really well written.
It was
written with like,
and
for,
from
like,
both
trigger
POVs.
warnings. Like
Yeah.
both POVs. It was like written with a lot of care, but it was very intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And the girlfriend, to spoil it because we're just spoiling everything, she does eventually get out of the relationship. So for those of you with like trigger warnings there, but it was
really heartbreaking.
Really heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was.
It was super well written though.
It was
It was a great scene to read, not in like the bad stuff that was sad, but like it was
well done.
Yeah, really well done. Yeah.
Those were my big two. There was some in all the books, but those were my two that really, I think, hit me hard.
I agree. Yeah. I think I wrote those down too as Bo's death is just the saddest thing in the whole wide world. The girlfriend scene was a great one. I think that my other big one that comes to mind,
I didn't think about this one, but now that you are about to say it, it's so sad.
When Bo and Dean are like best friends, and so when he dies, Dean just like spirals, like super depressed, drinks a lot, like can't figure out, doesn't know how to deal with grief, like can't figure it out. And before Bo's death, he was helping with a like elementary school like hockey team and like coaching, and while he was there coaching, this little girl, one of the siblings of one of the little boys on the team, Dakota, and him become besties, and it is so cute. It is so sweet, and their relationship is adorable. And he like at one point like buys her brand new skates because she doesn't know how to skate, and when they first was like, I'll teach you, the only options were hockey player skates, like little boy skates, and they're if you don't know, different than figure skates and like a lot bulkier and stuff. And she was like, no, I don't want to wear those, and it was really cute. And so he went out and bought her a pair of skates. Pink skates. Oh, so cute. And then he stopped coming to the practices for the little boys and stopped seeing Dakota, and his girlfriend Allie came to basically apologize on his behalf and be like, if Dean ever gets out of this rut, like, will you allow him to come back? And heartbreaking. When Dean does eventually come back and is on his apology tour,
it was really sweet.
So sweet.
It was sweet.
So sweet.
It was sweet.
But when he's on his apology tour, like, well, actually, I think Allie discovers it, but like when Allie and Dakota are talking, and he's like, and she's like, does he hate me because I didn't want to wear boy skates? I was like, I'm weeping. I was like, what do you mean, Dakota?
Oh my gosh, that she was crying.
And she was crying, baby. And then Allie went and like relayed that. I think that honestly was like the thing that got Dean out of it.
Oh, I agree.
And that is just another reason that it's so heartbreaking and sad.
That was a good scene.
So good.
Yeah, you're right. That was a really good one.
I'm here to boost Dean up for you. I got you.
Yeah, you're right. No, I love him. It's just
no, I know. But all right, let's get out of the sad stuff and let's talk about those favorite moments.
Ooh, okay.
The off-campus series.
Wait, you want to go first? Because I went first last time.
Sure. Let me
I'm
talk about my
excited to hear this.
Okay, well, while I'm talking about Dean, I'll start with Dean moments.
Okay.
So, obviously, number one, I squeal anytime I'm on social media and this audio starts playing. I will stop what I'm doing to listen to. I love
This
him.
is one of the best scenes, I will be honest, in the whole series.
It is
this one right here.
So good.
Yep.
When Allie is in her dorm and Hannah's like, what can I do? Like, what do you need? And she's like, call Dean. And she's like, Dean? Dean De Laurentiis? And she's like, call Dean. I'm like, Dean De Laurentiis. I was like, yes. And then you flip the page and he's like barreling through the door. And Garrett and Hannah are in there like, hey girl, like, hey man, like slow your roll.
So
and he
sweet.
whips open the door and sees her like crawled up crying on the bed and is like, baby. And, and then you hear the gasp from Hannah and he slams the door in their face and gets up and cuddles with her. I'm going to die.
It is the best. I was squealing reading that scene.
I'm squealing recounting that scene.
Oh,
That is like,
they better not edit that out.
They cannot
the
mess
show
that up.
because that is, ooh, it's
It is
yummy.
Dean's
It is
moment.
so good. Yeah,
It is so good. So
I'll be
good.
furious at them.
Let me see. Do I have any other? Okay, I don't have any other Dean moments, so I'm gonna move on to Hannah and Garrett. I think a good Hannah and Garrett moment is like when Wellesley like sings for him for the first time.
that's sweet.
That was so sweet. Because Garrett just down bad. My man
He is
down bad. But then also with Hannah and Garrett, I love when she freaks out because of the like the whole off limits campus
the dating
ban.
Oh yes, that was so fun. I didn't write that down. I forgot about it, but that was good.
So fun. And then she freaks out and he's like,
and he was so proud of it.
Yeah.
And he thought it was funny.
He did.
My gosh.
I love, like, I was telling KG earlier, like, that, The Deal is one of my favorites because it is one of the most well-written. He falls first and then just relentlessly pursues her. Like, relentlessly pursues Hannah. And I respect it. Like, go get your girl. Get your girl.
It.
And then I'm gonna save Garrett, or I'm gonna save John and Grace for the end.
Okay.
For my Sabrina John Tucker moments, it is actually John Tucker's mom. I put anytime that Mama Tucker was mad at Sabrina because it was warranted, and I agree. So that's what I have for that. But while we're talking about them, I will also say favorite moments was everything that happened to them on their honeymoon.
It was funny.
It was funny. But also it was kind of deserved.
Yep.
I agree. Think she deserved it.
I agree.
I did write on here any cute moment with Dakota and Dean, but that also goes back to Dean least favorite situation. So I mean, we already kind of talked about that. But then let's see. I think my favorite when profession of love or whatever you want to call it in the series is gotta be John Logan and Gracie Elizabeth Ivers. I love her.
I love her so
when
much.
John Logan, basically there's a scene where he kind of starts to self-sabotage or sabotage the relationship because he's like, well, you're just gonna break up with me eventually because my family sucks, and we've already talked about why his family sucks. And she's like, well, why don't you let me be a part of the conversation? Why are you gonna decide this for me? Because you know that that's not true. And he's just throwing a pity party, and she calls him out on it because again, she's just so confident and so strong, and she's just
and she's younger than him.
Yeah, she's so mature for being so much younger than the whole group. And she probably has the most mature head on her shoulders out of the whole crew. And she basically tells him off and is like, I'm leaving. You can have your pity party by yourself. Whatever. When you're ready to figure it out, come let me know. And then at the end, she's like, and if you haven't figured it out, if I haven't spelt it out for you, I love you. And she says a bad word. So I'll say butthead in a place. But to keep it PG. PG on this podcast. and then she like storms out, and he like realizes too late. He's too slow to get into chase her, because Hannah takes her home, and the whole house heard. And so then the guys like pick on him and call him the name that Grace called him, and like, so funny. I loved it. In that too, we were talking about this earlier, the found family, and just like the group of them being so tight.
Yes.
But I just loved that little profession from
it was
Grace.
Really good.
So that's at the top of my list, I think. And honestly, if you ask me 5 days from now, I'd pick 5 other ideas.
Yeah.
5 other moments.
There's so many good ones.
Because it's so good.
So many good ones.
Hit me with yours.
I love that one. Every single one you mentioned is a highlight, like so good, but one that came to mind for me is Dean with his kidlets, is what he called them. Cute. So stinking cute. Him coaching the team, and how he would just say like, my boys, he would compare their hockey team to his boys. He'd be like, my Hurricanes, they're doing better than we are, and he'd talk about it. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen. I can't Crying. It was so good, and I'm so glad he found his calling to work with kids. Because it was so funny. The baby moment when he busts into Allie's room, top moment for me. Highlight. It was so good.
So good.
I also loved Tucker being the chef, and he would wear the pink apron.
Okay, I thought that was a good one too.
So cute
moment.
I thought that was so cute. He's such a good guy to all of the roommates.
Yes,
like, so fun.
Just
I thought
plays
that was
along.
Funny.
Yeah, no, that's sweet. I agree.
It was so cute. Okay, I loved Logan and Gracie's first date, where he takes her to his hometown choice. That's like kind of in a sketchier town, but he takes her to like his favorite spot and shows her that when he was like, I would want to get away and see the town from higher up and stuff. Like, it was so sweet.
A perfect
it moment. Was
great
just
choice.
Really good. And then she ended up confiding in him of like her safe space at her hometown, and then that's actually where they like saw each other for the first time again after their big fight. And it was really sweet, and I think it stemmed back to that scene.
It was cute.
I loved it.
That was cute. You're right, it did stem back to that.
And that's sweet. I'm obsessed with them, honestly.
Same. Literally same.
Okay, to keep going with them, I thought the checklist that Grace gave Logan to complete was so fun. Like, so funny.
And then he played along and did
the whole thing.
Yes.
I just thought that was so fun.
A relentless pursuit.
He kind of fell first too. Like, they both liked each other, and then he made a mistake, and then hence why the title is called A Mistake. But he really was just like not willing to give her up. Like, I thought it was really good. So that was funny. Okay, what's one I'm forgetting? Okay, Garrett and Hannah, the banter between them when he wanted a tutor was so good. Yes. You talked about it some more already, of like falling first and pursuing her. It was so funny. Like, he did not let this poor girl take a break, and it was just really funny. Yeah. And then she secretly loved it, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
So I was eating it up. Okay.
Same.
My last one is Tucker after Jamie is born, and he's driving them home from the hospital, and how he drove like literally 30 miles an hour, and he's been so calm and so steady the whole time, and then he's like, we can't leave. We don't know what to do with this baby. We can't leave. And he's like, I think we need to stay another night, in the hospital. And he's freaking out, and they get in the car, and he's literally doesn't go above like 30 miles an hour the whole way home because he's so worried about her. I just thought that was the cutest.
That has had a baby in the last year, that's very real. When you're like, they can't let us out of here.
We're not like,
we don't know anything.
We can't handle that.
I can't leave right now. What do you mean? We're just supposed to get in the car? And go?
Yeah.
Home?
Yeah.
I get it.
I thought that was so funny.
That was cute.
And it was realistic. It was so good.
That's a great moment.
Love them.
Honestly.
Okay. That was my last
There's
one.
so many good ones. You could ask me again in a week, and it would be different than all of these, because there's so many good ones. So many good ones to choose from. But, okay. Before we close out, what else are you like looking forward to in the TV show? I know we've just like mentioned the show here and there, but like, is there anything you're like super pumped about? I know we're gonna probably end up talking about this more as time gets
we
closer.
definitely will as it gets closer. I think I'm just really excited because it's reminding me, the best way I know how to describe it is the way that they're all like posting together on social media and hanging out. It's reminding me of like Outer Banks at the beginning. You know, when they all, the cast was like so close and they were like besties. I hope that this doesn't fizzle out with this show, kind of like it did with the Outer Banks cast.
Yeah.
But they're so fun and they remind me of their characters, you know, and like everything that they're doing. So I cannot wait to see them portray it all on the show. I'm too excited. I think it's gonna be fun.
Their social media's been awesome.
Oh, it's been so good.
They've
and
been
the fact
doing
that it
so
takes
well.
place in New England too. Like I think it's gonna be gorgeous. Like in an Ivy League school.
Yeah,
I'm about to die for like a sweatshirt or something. You know?
Oh yeah. Yes. When the show comes out, if I can't find something, which I am baffled because I check Etsy like my job.
I wonder if it's like trademarked.
It must be because I am literally floored at the amount of, or the lack thereof, of Briar stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it would be so cute for us when the show comes out for us to have sweatshirts that have like Briar University.
Oh my gosh.
In the back be like 44 grand. And then yours can be John Logan's.
Oh
because
my gosh.
of course.
Yes, I have to get his.
I
have to get his.
And I was like, I'm going to pull out my Cricut and make one myself if I can't freaking find one.
I really do want one. I want a hoodie or a crew neck.
Yeah, I think we need like some like sweatshirts of some sort. It has like Briar University on the front.
Yeah, because all the Ivy League schools, their emblems are so cute. Like we gotta have one.
I can't believe there's like this just like
I kind of want a mug too. I don't know why I feel that way.
At college, a lot of college mugs.
You know
that's kind of that might be it.
That's kind of fun.
That's cute.
I don't know.
Sorry,
I have nothing. Oh, it's okay. I have nothing in my mind about like what it would even look like, but I just feel like I need a mug.
Oh, I'm with you.
Yeah, that and a
more
sweatshirt.
Merch. Need more merch.
Yeah.
We have to have it before the show comes out because we have to watch it. Or we have to wear it for our watch parties.
Yes, for the watch party. I'm just so excited for the show.
I am too.
I feel so excited about the cast, besides Tucker, like we already talked about. But I really feel like the people that they've casted are gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I'm really pumped. And I hope that, like, I wish we had more information on, like, how the seasons are going to work. Like, is the first one going to be just, like, the deal and it'd be, like,
see, I kind of feel like because they've never even announced Grace or anybody.
We don't have a Grace or Sabrina yet. And I was like, I wonder if it's going to be kind of like the Summer I Turned Pretty, book per season. Because I was like, at first I was like, well, why is Allie there? But obviously Allie is Hannah's best friend. So that makes sense. They're roommates. So, but I will say, Allie's not blonde, which is a little confusing for me because, like, not that you need a blonde to your brunette because, I mean, you don't. I mean, we're both brunettes. Like, it's fine. But just, like, her character is blonde. So, I don't know. I don't
know. She is so pretty, though.
Yeah, she is.
Dean would definitely be loving her.
For sure.
Yeah.
And Hannah?
Gorgeous.
Love
her and Garrett. They're so cute.
So
I think that was her. Did you see the video of him trying to get in that small window and he's like laughing at himself and someone laughed off screen and it was definitely a girl, and so I'm telling myself that it was her videoing it.
Have you seen the video of the guy that's playing John Logan posted where he's like in his hockey gear?
Yes, with his real life girlfriend, and he came out with a song.
Yes,
this like so Grace and Logan coded. Yes. I'm obsessed.
I agree.
I love him.
It's so good.
I can't wait.
Okay, I'm so excited though for the show. I think this is going to be such a good Amazon TV Prime, whatever it's called, show.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. If you can't tell, we've had a million thoughts, and I will continue having thoughts about it.
Yeah. If you guys have stayed and listened to this whole episode, thank you. We have yapped.
Yapping.
We really enjoyed this series. You guys should definitely read it before the show comes out. All the books are on our guide, so you can make them closed door. Look at all the trigger warnings. Everything is already up there and updated.
And Kindle Unlimited.
Yep, and Kindle Unlimited. So what better way to read them than with the guide and on KU? So
perfect.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe wherever you're listening. Leave us a review. We'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Bye.